everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anywhere where you dinner, you are the great. I'm Ambassador Dr. Queen Blessing Evigasin, popularly known as Black Queen. I'm an Hollywood actress and a filmmaker. I'm the president and founder of Queen Blessing Foundation and the vice president of Association of Movie Producers Nigeria. First of all, before I start the reason why I'm making this video, Merry Christmas in advance and a happy, prosperous New Year. May 2023 be better than 2022 by the grace and power of God. You know that I love you and I love you all the time. I pray for you because I know you pray for me too. Now, back into the reason I'm making this video. Okay, somebody contacted me. She's been in a relationship, okay? And they've been in this relationship for a very long time. While they were just leaving secondary school, they started dating. An opportunity came, they traveled abroad. So both of them agreed that they were not going to have children until they finish their degrees. Now they finished their first degree, then the lady said she wasn't ready for children, that she wanted to do her second degree, have a PhD and all of that. Okay, cut long story short, now she has all the PhDs in the world and they don't have kids yet. So the problem now is that while she wanted to further, the man suggested that she suggested to the man that time is really going, but she really wants to achieve this thing, because when kids come, she won't really have time. She wants to focus on her family when she decides to have family. She doesn't want to start running to school and all of that. So she suggested to the man that she would like to freeze her eggs. Okay, by the way, right now she's about 40. She's about 44 or 45 now. So she freezed her egg about 10 years ago when she was about 30 something. So after which, she continued her studies, everything was going well and everything. Now, in the last 3 years, she has been trying to conceive. For each of her egg, they put back into her stomach for IVF. Because right now, I don't know whatever happened, she's not producing good eggs anymore. So she can't get pregnant. So she now rely on the eggs she froze to have a child. So the first attempt of IVF they did, she lost the pregnancy. The second one, she carried for 3 months and she lost it. Now the doctor said that her body is too hot for the eggs, or I'm not a medical person, but I've tried to explain based on how they explained it to me. Her system is now too hot for those eggs. So for any egg they put, her body kills the egg. So now she suggested that she wants to use a surrogate to carry the egg for her. Now it's going to be her egg and the man's sperm. Then it means that it's going to be their baby, their full baby biologically, just having someone carry it for them. The problem now is that the man is refusing. The man said that he's already terrified and traumatized hearing that he would have to go to the hospital and a nurse will tell him when to release so that they can use the sperm to fertilize the egg, and that he cannot bring himself to that. He won't do that. That he told her when they were doing all this schooling that where the degrees you have are enough, let's have children, then you can continue. That she refused. By the way, they are married now. So the problem now is that the man says it's either you forget about the children or you continue to try the IVF until it works on you, or you just forget it. I cannot subject myself to bringing out my sperm for fertilize your egg and putting it in another person's body. If I am doing it for you, it's because you are my wife. Now allowing myself to do it for another person's body, he can't have it. That he's already been through a lot of trauma the 2 times he had to do it to fertilize her own egg. Now subjecting him to do it for someone else is what he's not having. So I was on a conference call with them a few days ago. I was in Yoso, I was so busy, but I had to do that because they kept calling. So I told him, I said, if you were able to give yourself to do it, why don't you just try one more time? This time around, she's going to look for a younger surrogate mother, pay her, and then I believe that there won't be issues of the body is too hot and it might just be a one-off thing. And you might be lucky, you have like 3 children and you won't even bother again. The man said no, that the trauma he has gone through, the trauma he's facing, the picture keeps flashing in his head, how he does it in the hospital and all of that he cannot. That the woman should either continue by herself, that he can subject himself one more time only with the woman. Apart if the egg does not fertilize this time or it doesn't work out, that he is out of it. Now he's telling the lady, rather than continue to do this IVF, your hormones will change, your body will change, a lot of pressure and all of that. Forget about having children. Let me now have children. I don't have to marry the woman. Let me just get somebody, date her, have kids with her, settle her, and then we have our children. And I asked him, I said, do you think it's easy as you're saying it? By the time you bring a third person and you start having those children with that woman, the love you have for your wife will definitely vanish. You will start trying to spend more time with the kids, more time with the kids. Before you know, the kids have a way of dragging both parents together. Before you know, it will turn to something else. So the woman is afraid that she's going to lose you. And you are, I don't know, I cannot force you, I understand, I can't say I understand what you're going through, but by the way you explained it, I know you are in pain, but you need to, think about it. So what you guys need to do is to seek more counseling to see if things gets better. And they said, okay, that they would get back to me. So I'm just putting it out here. What do you guys think? Do you think I gave them a good advice to seek more counseling? Because you see, I cannot advise or force the man to continue to donate his sperm to his wife, or to continue to go and agree to donate it to a surrogate that will carry the baby for them. Because according to him, he's already traumatized, he's already depressed, he's already in pain. He's a human being too. It's not easy. I know the woman too is a human being and she's also in pain. But if you really look at it very well, if I would fault somebody, I will fault the woman. Because yes, you're going to school, you're getting all the degree. Pregnant women go to school. I don't see why you can't be pregnant and go to school and finish all your degrees. After all, it's not your first degree, it's not even your second degree. So what do you want? Okay, now that you have all the degrees, now you're looking for children. And let me also use this video to talk about procrastination. Procrastination is a disease, and if you look at what happened to this lady, it's procrastination. I can do it now, but no, let me do it tomorrow. I can do it tomorrow, no, let me do it next tomorrow. That's exactly what has happened to her. And you see, what procrastination does to you is that sometimes it deprives you of what you would have had because you were procrastinating. Let me put it like this in general terms. You have money to build a house. You say, okay, rather than me building this house today, why don't I buy this latest car? And then the money that is coming tomorrow, I will use it to build the house. You buy the car. God forbid. You just immediately, of course, we all know that if you buy a car of 50 million now, immediately you put plate number, the car has already depreciated to 25 million. But if you build a house of 50 million today, in the next 1 year, you know how much that will be. So at the end of the day, you need to set your priorities right, and you need to pray against the spirit of procrastination. It's a deadly spirit and it's a disease. So if that lady had these children, the time she took her time to freeze her egg, we will not be in this place. We will not even be talking about this. Everybody will be happy. The children will be growing. They'll be going to school. She will be going to school. She will probably have been done as well. Everybody will be happy at the end of the day. But she allowed procrastination take her over. And then this is where we are. And if care is not taken, she will lose her husband. Because the way that man was sounding, he's gotten to a breaking point. And there's so much somebody can take, especially when the person is feeling that you are the cause of your problem. And because of the thing you have done, it has also rubbed off of him as a husband. Some people will say, okay, I want to get married. And why do I need to get married today? I need a big wedding. I want a fairy tale wedding. Let me wait till tomorrow and get married. By then, the money for the fairy tale wedding will come. By the time you wait till tomorrow, maybe the woman you are waiting, the woman you want to give a fairy tale marriage might not be ready again. The man you want to do a fairy tale marriage with might not be ready again. Events can take over, things can happen. God forbid, you might also even die without knowing anything. So at the end of the day, if you feel like you want a fairy tale wedding, rather than wait till tomorrow for that money to come for a fairy tale wedding, why don't you do the wedding today with the little money you have, and then do a fairy tale anniversary? There's nowhere it is written that you must have a fairy tale wedding. Do a wedding you can afford, then tomorrow do a big a fairy tale wedding anniversary, or do even a second wedding. Then you have nothing to lose. It's an addition. Do you get my point? So some people will say, okay, I want to buy this land. They called me for it. The land is 500,000. I have this 500,000, but I want to do something with it. I will come back and buy it tomorrow. By the time you are getting back tomorrow to that landowner, it's sold. And then you will say, hi, I know, oh my God, I would have just bought it. Why that, So you now start blaming yourself, but what would that do? That will do nothing. Now, also in people, in as humans, you will see a woman, you like her. Every day you tell yourself, I will talk to her tomorrow, I will tell her today, I will tell her today. You will never say anything until one day you just hear she's getting married. And then you start saying, why did I not even say anything? Was I afraid? If you see a woman you like, approach her, tell her, I like you, I want to marry you. What's the worst that can happen? Sorry, I'm in a relationship. Sorry, I'm already married. It doesn't kill anybody. You cannot expect to have everything you ask for. You cannot expect to get everything you want. So if you make an attempt and the person says I'm not available, at least you will know that you had made an attempt. I think years ago, where I was living in Sulere, there's this guy, he runs a video club, those days of video club. Every time I pass, he will look at me, he likes me. In fact, sometimes when I come to rent movies and there's no light, he will bring his gen and put it on for me. I will watch the movies and return the movies, and he will take his gen back and home. One day, he just saw me. I had moved from that one-room apartment to a 3-bedroom flat somewhere in Sulere, but not that same side. But I came back to that area to pick something. So for whatever reason, I just decided to walk to buy something. Then he saw me with my stomach so big. When I was pregnant, my stomach was as big as a fridge. And then he said, Jesus, Queen, you're married? You're married? You're already pregnant? Oh my God, why did I waste my time? Why did I wait? Why did I not tell you? You know I've always loved you. I've always visioned you as my wife. I was just looking at him, talking like a mad person. You know how you just, something hits you at once and you just start talking. And I said, when you know you liked me, why didn't you say you like me? You never even toasted me. You treated me like I'm your sister. Not even like even a friend. Yes, you treated me nicely, but you never said anything. So it's not my fault. He now say, yes, I'm sorry. Oh my God, I've lost my wife. And then he was just talking to me. I just left. Now that brings me to the point. Maybe if he had opened up to say, I like you, Queen, maybe I would have been his wife. Maybe I would have married him. So you never can tell. You never can tell what you get if you take that step at the right time. Procrastination is bad. There's one thing I never do. I hate procrastination. I don't do it. If there is something I want to achieve now, I will work on it and achieve it now. If I don't achieve it now, I will know that at least I tried. But I will not push it till tomorrow, because sometimes when you keep pushing things till tomorrow, they never happen. Other things comes, events comes and take over the whole thing, and the whole thing scatters and everything happens. I met a couple who every time the woman will say, I will write a will, I will write a will, and never wrote that will. When he died, the family took everything from this woman. This lady started from square one with her children. Now, that man is already dead and is gone. Maybe he's seeing us, I don't know. But even if he's seeing us, he's going to cry and turn in his grave. That if he knew, because of the kind of family he came from, he would have had a will. But procrastination did not allow him do that. So today I'm advising everybody, is there something you want to do? Is it you want to further your education? Don't wait. Don't need to wait till tomorrow. Start it now. Even if you don't have the money, go and pick the form. By the time you pick the form, take that step, doors will open for you to do it. Is there a girl you like, you have been seeing in your area, you want to marry her, you want to talk to her? Make that step. Go there now, talk to her, look for her number, phone her if you can. If you can't phone her, send a text message. Trust me, you will give a testimony, you will tell me exactly what happened. Is there a land you want to buy that you keep saying, I will go and check it today, I will go and check it tomorrow? Stand up today, go and check it, buy that land, because tomorrow you will not meet it there. Is there a building, a project you're doing that you have abandoned, and you keep saying, when big money come, when bulk money come, I will finish it? Start buying 1 bag of cement, if that is what you can afford every month. One day you will just go there and see that your estate is ready. I am talking out of experience. My house in the village is almost ready. It has taken me 9 years. It's almost ready. By the time it's 9 years plus or 10 years, I probably would have something to show you guys. So it has worked for me. It took me about 7 years to build this house. I bought this skeleton building in 2012. And in 2019, I moved in here. It took me about 7 years. I don't procrastinate. Like I said, I don't wait around. I just do things. I just start it small, no matter what. And then you see it's moving. Rather than stay in one place and stay stagnant, just crawl. If you can't walk, no problem, crawl. Something starts in one day. Even children, when they want to start, they first of all drag their nyash on the ground, and then they stand up and wear the ground. Then they start crawling, or they crawl, before they start trying to stand up, before they take that first step. It's small. Don't stay stagnant. Don't stay in one place. Just keep moving. Don't allow anybody tell you can't do it. Most importantly, don't do things because your friends are doing it. Don't do things because you want to impress people. Do things because you want to impress yourself. You want to tell yourself that, yes, I am on the right path. But the spirit of procrastination, please remove it from your life today. Is he a man you like? And you have been afraid to talk to this man. Who says a woman cannot toast a man? You can toast a man. If you see a man you like, hi, hello, hi, how are you? Are you married? No, I'm not. Are you in a serious relationship? No, I'm not. Okay, I like you. Can we date? Can we be friends? Start from somewhere. Don't go into a relationship always looking like thinking of marriage. What if the next person is not thinking about that marriage? Go into a relationship with an open mind. You will see how things will happen. It will shock you. You might just go into a relationship like play. In the next 6 months, you're married. You can go into a relationship like play, sweet. In the next 10 years, you're married. That is how it is. But go into anything you're doing with an open mind. And be willing to learn in it. Be willing to welcome anything. Be willing to test the waters. Don't stay stagnant. It's a bad spirit. So I'm praying for you today, that you that is watching me, that procrastinating spirit in you. You have traveled abroad. You have had your papers. You can now come back to Nigeria. But every day you go say, na next December. If you not come back now, come see your mama, the next phone call where you go get, if you be say she don't die, then you go tell yourself, say, if I had known, I would have gone last year now. What was I even doing? And they gave me leave, and then I went to the Bahamas. Don't let that be your case. You have documents, you can come back, come to Nigeria, see your parents. You have kept your wife in Nigeria, you've traveled abroad, you've gotten papers now. Stop procrastinating. Come and visit her before you lose your wife to another man. You have a husband, you've left her here, you've traveled, you've got your paper now, you can come back. Leave that job. If you don't work for 2 weeks, you know go die. The money where you don't work since, that one is enough. Nobody, see, there's no amount you make today, you still want to make more money. And money will not take you anywhere. Yes, money is good. But there are things you must not neglect. Come back to Nigeria, see your husband before you lose him to another woman. Do you have a girl you like? You told her, wait for me, I'm coming back. You have your papers now, come back and marry her. You think, say, they wait for you. One day you go see wedding card. She don't marry, she don't born. So please, let's stop the spirit of procrastination. It's a setback spirit, and it's a very devilish, bad spirit. It's a spirit that devil used to hold us back. It's a spirit that devil used to rob us of good things in life. If you want to do anything, start it now. If you don't finish it, you know you have started it. You continue. As long as you can continue, you will move forward. You will get to a state one day. That thing, that is your dream. You will just see it in front of you, and even you will be amazed. Anyway, have a beautiful day. I love you guys.